The human cost of Europe's colonial project in the Caribbean fell devastatingly upon our indigenous people. A once densely populated archipelago was denuded of its ancestral communities as imperial land grabs, enslavement, welfare and social oppression created a cocktail of genocide that left behind fragments of once expansive communities. Survivors of this Holocaust have shown tremendous tenacity and resilience. They continue to confront and resist their terrible history with great resolve and enthusiasm for the future. But the road to social recovery and cultural respect continues to be harsh. Our First Nation citizens have not resumed their rightful place in the vanguard of our public affairs and remain marginalized in scattered communities where they have regrouped as a survival strategy. The University of the West Indies has taken up the quest to participate in restoring the centrality of our indigenous people to the vibrant civilization of our region. The university has reached out to the Kalingoes people of Dominica, Garifunas of St. Vincent, Belize and beyond, and to the Maya in Belize and Central America, and to all other indigenous groups in the region. Since 2005, the University of the West Indies has engaged these communities through the instrument of a scholarship program.
I am the current Kalingoes chief and was the then Kalingoes chief when the Sir Arthur Lewis Indigenous Scholarship Program was launched. Actually, in 2005, I had an opportunity to attend a meeting in Barbados, a European Union meeting, and then I took the opportunity to visit the Cave Hill campus of the University of the West Indies, and there I had discussions with Dr. Hilary Bakers, where I made a request for two things. In fact, we wanted to speak on reparations, and then I also took the opportunity to request support for the Kalingoes people whom I felt needed tertiary education.
This program has established a lifeline to these communities, offering young people a new level of hope and a path to participating in their Caribbean home as equal citizens. This funded support has been their fuel for the flight from poverty. It brings each year a cohort of matriculated youth to the Cave Hill campus who it fully supports as undergraduate and graduates. Many have graduated and returned to their communities as developmental leaders and as new icons in an age in which access to higher education is the most reliable path to prosperity for individuals and families.
Had it not been for the opportunity afforded to me by the University of the West Indies, that is the Indigenous Scholarship awarded to me by the university, I may not have been able to pursue my career as a lawyer, or it may have been proven extremely financially difficult for me to obtain a degree in law at the University of the West Indies. As in the Kalingoes community where I come from, it is very difficult to go to a local bank in Dominica to obtain a loan, as we hold no land titles to our land as it is communally owned.
After I graduated college, I had dreams of attending university. I applied to the Cave Hill campus in 2008. My application was successful. However, I was unable to attend due to financial problems. In 2009, I reapplied, but yet I was still unable to attend due to the same financial problems. In 2010, I learned about the Sir Arthur Lewis Scholarship. I applied for that scholarship. My application was successful. So in 2010, I was able to live my dream through the Sir Arthur Lewis Scholarship.
Before, I never had the opportunity to have a university education because of the material condition of my community, and especially my family. My family's background is of one of artisan and small agricultural enterprise. And the Indigenous Scholarship afforded me that opportunity to further my education and to be able to add value to my community.
I was fortunate enough to receive the Indigenous Scholarship in 2006, and I completed in 2009. I majored in economics and management, which I completed successfully and graduated in 2009. And since then I have been employed at the Dominica State College. Currently, I am the head of the business department at this institution, and I also lecture most of the macroeconomics courses and some management courses.
I have found it very, very beneficial to me and to my community because it has given me an opportunity to give back, to assist in the socio-economic development of the community, given that we have a lot of brain drain, we have a lot of former graduates who have left the community and who have not assisted in its development. It gives us an opportunity basically to give back, to help in the best way that we can, and to encourage others to take up opportunities in education as well as personal development in terms of jobs, career paths, professional development.
This Afrolis Indigenous Scholarship was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life. It was a life changer, as I always say, because coming from the Kalingoes territory, I always dreamt of pursuing a university education, but our economics status in the Kalingoes territory could not afford me ever the dream of entering such a prestigious university like KVL. And when I did get the scholarship, through the help of the current chief, who was the chief at the time, Mr. Williams, it was a life changer, and I'm very grateful. Since then, I have also moved on. I secured the Fulbright scholarship, which I did my master's degree at the University of Arkansas, and I did very well, and came back to the college. Took part in a lot of community activities all throughout, encouraging students even to apply for the scholarship from my community, encouraging students and to pursue higher education. And I believe that is what has liberated the Kalingoes territory. The fruits of this scholarship is beginning to bear in people like myself and some of my colleagues, but I believe the ripening of these fruits will be further down in the future when our skills and training start bearing fruits in the Kalingoes territory and also in Dominica by extension.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here because there are not many Mayan women who are able to further their education. So being here is very important to me. It's rough being away from home, but when I think about the many Mayan women, the many young Mayan children that are back home, who would really want an opportunity to go to school, to, further the education, to uplift themselves, that is motivation for me.
I am a proud Garifuna, which is a mixture of Carib and African, and the Garifunas are one of the 2 indigenous people of Belize. Being a recipient of the Sir Arthur Lewis Awards of Indigenous People have greatly impacted my family, where they're very supportive and grateful of my opportunity. And I've inspired my younger siblings, my cousins, to excel in all aspects of life, including education. In Belize, there is only one Garifuna primary school, which helps to foster our heritage and our language.
I want to say thank you to all those persons who in fact have contributed to the Kalingoes people, because as I said, the Kalingoes people happen to be the first people of the Caribbean region, but at the same time we're sitting last on the backbench. And then the realization of this after this Indigenous Scholarship Program, supported by Sir Hilary Beckles and the other directors, I want to thank all of them for opening the doors to the Kalingoes people.
As an ethical university, the UWI is aware that there is much more to be done. By reaching out to donors and supporters, it is well positioned to enable these historically disenfranchised citizens to craft a chance for renewal in their future. The University of the West Indies, not only excellent in its results, but ethical in its relations.
So all in all, Sereme, which means thank you in Garifunas.